Right, so people, today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how me and my team managed to scale our client to over 100,000 cash collected in just 120 days. When our client came to us, he had no offer, he had no product, and he had no systems. Yet we still managed to cash collect $100,000. Well, more than $100,000. Most coaches, most consultants, they can't get results like this because they miss these 3.5 key elements that me and my team always knuckle down on. The first one is obviously attention. If nobody knows who you are, how can you expect them to buy? We need to get seen by the right people at the right time. What we did to achieve this was we launched ads that stopped scrolls and drove results. Results being profile visits for this specific client. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that as well right now. Right, guys, so I just wanted to come on here and show you how we can set up a magnet ad campaign on Meta. As you can see right now, in the last 3 days, I've got 120 spend, and my cost per result, which is a profile visit, 12 cents across 3 different ad sets. So that's really good. Sorry, not 12 cents, 12 pence. This is in GBP. So first thing we're going to do is obviously we're going to create a new campaign. This is going to be a traffic campaign. Continue. Manual traffic campaign. Continue. Okay. We're going to call this campaign test. Ad set budget. Perfect. Next. Then we're going to create our ad set. So I normally tend to create 2 to 3 different ad sets, but I'm just going to show you on the most basic level the one ad set that you guys can create, get your data from, and go from there, especially when you're setting up your first magnet campaign test. Okay, so we want to drive the traffic not to the website, but to Instagram or Facebook. Once you set up your ads manager, hopefully your Instagram account is linked. So I'm driving all of my stuff towards my IG profile. Then we're going to set, let's just say £10 per day budget. Again, this is very dependent on what you can budget towards. I normally spend about £30 per day, and I run that across 3 different ad sets. But it's very dependent on your situation, where you guys are at, and also as well how quickly you're looking to get data. The more you spend, the quicker you can get data, the quicker you can make adjustments, and the quicker we can get the ball moving. Right, so this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So audience control. We are going to use an original audience. Use original audience again. And this is where we can create the audience that we want to create. So if you can see here, we've got already what it said it is 18 to 65 plus, all genders, and it's got no interest. We want to change this. So I'm going to edit my locations. For me, I'm targeting people in the UK and the United. Oh, why is this not working? United States. Beautiful. So I'm only going to be running ads now towards people in the UK and the US. Next, age. This is a big one. For me, most people that I work with and that qualify for my offers are around this kind of mark. So I would go, I don't know, let's say 21 to 35. I'm going to set mine up towards men. Again, this is very dependent on what your offer is, who it is that you're targeting. For my offer, this is what would qualify. Okay? Then we are here going to put some terms that are going to target the people that we want to target. Look at this as like SEO kind of thing. But it's very, very important. You can see here interests. These are interests. But if I put social media in here, you can see that there's social media as as a interest, but there's also social media as a job title. Social media marketing as an interest, social media manager as a title. We want to make sure that everything that we put in is an interest, okay? So one of my interests is going to be social media marketing. Another one would be social content marketing. Content marketing. Where are you? Content marketing. Another one would be lead generation. So I just write lead generation in here. And then you can even get a little bit cheeky, and people that, what do I like? I like Porsches. The other people that want to make money online like Porsches too. Probably, so I could put that in here as well, right? This is, again, very bespoke towards your offer. So obviously, with our clients and with what we do, we're going to use, obviously, we're going to go and do the research and have a look at what words and terms are best suited. But a way you could potentially do it is, what are some keywords that people within my demographic are using, or my target audience? So if you're an online coach that only works with women that have money, what do women that prioritize their fitness, that have money, search for? We can go to places like ChatGPT and get keywords out of there, etc. And you can just embed them. But again, make sure they fall under interests, okay? That's really, really important. We want to make sure that obviously Advantage Plus is not on. Even though when you turn it off, your campaign score goes down. Of course it's going to go down because Meta want you to use Advantage Plus, because that's where they control where your money and your budget is going towards. We want to make sure that we have full control of our budget. So we're going to come down to here, Advantage Plus placements. We want to change this to manual placements. We don't want to run anything to Facebook. We want to only run it to Instagram. And we don't want to run anything to feed. So I'm going to turn feed off here. I'm going to turn feed off here. Here. And here. I want my ads to run towards Instagram stories and Instagram reels. And we're going to turn search results off as well. Okay? So just to clear everything up, we've got everything going towards our Instagram account here. Yeah, Instagram account. We set our budget in place and we've created our audience. So now if we have a look at this audience that I've created, you can go ahead and actually save your audience, so we can see that the locations are UK, US, 25 to 35-year-old men, and these are their interests. Advantage Plus has to be off. Okay? You can save that, you can give it a name, so that next time when you go to create a campaign, it will be there and you can use it. Then, very, very simple, next steps we're going to come across, and we're actually going to input our ads. Right, so again, I'm going to put test. We're going to create a new ad, and it's a single image. Perfect. Set up creative, video ad. Okay, I've got my stuff here. You can upload here from your hard drive or from your laptop or whatever. And we just put this in here, here. Primary text doesn't need to be anything crazy. I normally, because I'm pushing people towards the account, just go for follow, for more. And again, if people are seeing this in the story, they're not really going to see. This is how it's going to be presented to them. You can see here that this is how it's going to be presented. You get a preview. This is how it's going to look on the stories. This is how it's going to look on people's reels. Everything's nice and clean. My captions are visible. It's not being covered by anything. And that's pretty much it. This is how we set up our creatives, guys. And then we would go and we would publish. Or if you wanted to add another creative, you would just go again. You could duplicate so that everything stays the same, and then you just edit the creative or change the video. So now you have an understanding how to set up your ads. You know exactly how to get people's attention, your ICP's attention, onto your page, which leads me on to step 2, nurture. We need to turn the new attention into trust and a desire to work with you. We managed to turn cold prospects into pre-sold leads before the call even started. How? We posted authority-driven content. We showcased the client's lifestyle. We showed social proof, case studies, and credibilities from his own work as well as his client's work too, and the results that they got. And the result of this was a shitload of leads ready to buy. Now, this is where our third key comes into play, conversion. We need to book calls and close high-ticket clients without them feeling pressured. We did this by creating authority-driven content paired with story sequences guiding people along their buying journey, and some of which closed into the DMs, and the guys that were a little bit more skeptical and needed to ask a few more questions got put onto a sales call where they were closed relatively easily. The results, 4 months, over 100k cash collected. Now, the final key is a bonus, but to be honest with you, it's probably not worth 0.5. It's more so probably worth 2. This is probably one of the most important, and it's service delivery. If you don't have a service which you're proud of, where your clients want to come back to you, want to speak highly of you, how are you supposed to scale? Not only does word get around, whether you're selling a shit product or not, but also as well, it's really, really important that you get your clients amazing results, that we got our client amazing results so that we could then remarket to the next wave of clients. We're constantly running ads, we're constantly getting attention onto our page, and a great way for us to nurture them, which was key too, is by showing them that the product actually works, not only for our client, but also for his clients as well. Look at this result. Look at this result. Look at this guy who went from X to X. You are remarketing effectively the results from your great service delivery to drive more sales, to drive more leads towards your offer. Just to recap, the first one is attention. We need to get seen by the right people at the right time. Then we need to nurture those guys using authority-driven content, building trust and a desire to work with you. We need to have a conversion mechanism in place. This can be story sequences, this can be a DM setter, or you could manually do it yourself to book calls and to close high-ticket clients. And finally, the bonus key, and probably the most important one, having a fucking kick-ass service delivery, over-delivering to keep the clients coming back, keeping them happy, and then also being able to remarket to your next wave of leads. So, if you're at all interested in making over $100,000 within your info business in the next 6 months, you can book a call with me in the description to find out a little bit more. Don't book a call if you're not willing to invest into yourself. If you're not willing to invest into yourself, or you're not at that stage yet in your journey, just subscribe to the channel, watch more of my videos. I'm going to be breaking down a lot more stuff in a lot more detail. But for those of you that are ready to rock and roll, ready to get the ball rolling, and ready to make some fucking cash, book a call with me in the description, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.